we'd like to welcome you
to a little place that we think is really cool.
Let's talk about the music, let's have a laugh.
You already know what it is.
It's the Plug
Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast.
It's the Plug Podcast.
You already know who it is. So why are we still singing this? Let's get on with the Plug Podcast.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the season finale. It's the end of season 3. It's the end of 2022. Almost to 2023. Not yet.
Fireworks.
And if you didn't know who it was, I'm Josh Taylor.
And I'm Diego Barraza.
And we are here with very special guests.
Hello.
We are the Blue Tongues.
Yes, we are. 2 members of the Blue Tongues.
Two of 5.
2 or 5, yeah. Big band.
Absolutely.
Not even half, so it's
Yeah.
like, do we really have the Blue Tongues?
Yeah, it's like, what,
Yeah.
who are the real Blue Tongues?
I'd like all the podcast listeners to know, the YouTube viewers might have caught it, but during me lip syncing the intro to the song that we wrote, it's all very bad. I licked the filter.
What did it taste like?
It didn't taste anything, but now there's just this one little spot that's wet.
Just a little
That's
bit of
gross,
coffee.
Chucky.
I kind of liked it too.
It's a
No, it was quite nice.
What are your names, by the way?
Oh yeah, what are your names?
I'm Jack.
Jack,
Hello, Jack.
welcome.
Isaac.
Isaac's
Isaac.
been, he's like a long time plugger, I'd say.
Oh yes, the one of the OG group members.
But I hear Jack came to a plug fest.
Yes,
Is that correct? The
I
first one or the second one?
I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, it
been
might
the
have been the first one. Because you said you saw Murphy Field, right? So.
I did. And Shirin, and you were there yourself.
Well, that was at the bridge, so.
That was.
That was. So, but like, yeah, first plug fest, Murphy, who knows? Either way,
It was good.
it was good, and that's all we need to
It
know.
was excellent, and then I got my hat, which I didn't bring today.
Yeah, what's up with that?
So it's like the question is, do you really have a hat, or is he just saying that?
Well, I do have a hat, and
I
you
don't
know
trust
what?
you.
It's in mint condition now.
yeah.
The resale
'Cause you never
value,
wear it.
StockX.
It's in the
Yeah, you always,
shop.
you
It's in
always
the shop.
forget it, that's why.
I have a hat, I swear. It's just in the shop.
Yeah, it's just better.
We got another song to play that will bring us right into this first segment. I reckon you got to hit it.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. What would you like to plug about yourself? Yeah.
Hold that thought, because we actually have to do something else now. This doesn't usually happen like this, but you know,
thought.
the dice tell their story, as Diego said, and we're going to do the lightning round right off the bat
Oh
here.
my god!
Wow.
So yeah, I know. Wow.
Caught in a storm.
Caught in a storm. What's happening? So basically, the lightning round. If you guys didn't know, it's a. Shut up.
No.
It's a minute of rapid fire questions coming right at your faces. They're really silly questions. A lot of them don't make any sense. You can just answer whatever you want, but you got to give it a decent try at answering.
Sure.
Basically, you got a minute to answer as many as you can, and whoever answers the most by the end of the season wins some fresh plug merch.
This is it, by the way. This is the end of the season.
This is it. So,
Oh my god!
So what's the record? Do
The
you know
record at the moment is
Absolutely.
22 questions answered in a minute.
22. That's like
Yeah.
one every 3 seconds.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
that's
Wow.
what I'm
Can you
saying.
even ask questions that quickly?
I don't even know.
Guess we'll
We
find
will
out.
I guess we don't know.
see.
That was set by Isaac Freeman of Such Big Water fame.
Ooh.
So
done.
basically, this just comes down to the wire here. If you guys can't beat him, he wins some free plug merch.
Oh my god!
But if you guys manage to take the dub, then
It'll be a heartbreak.
well, I'm
it would
gonna
be a
still
heartbreak for
clutch
Isaac.
this. I'm
Reverse sweep.
Let's do
living
it, Isaac.
all my Who Wants to Be a multi-millionaire.
yeah,
Millionaire,
fantasies.
yeah.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Right,
Let's
now
get
this
into it.
is- here we go.
We're gonna play some music. This is some music. Yeah, it goes a bit hard.
Joss and I will alternate
Does.
asking the questions, and
Yeah.
you guys will
So
alternate
I'll ask
answering.
Kags. You
Alright,
ask
okay.
Jackson.
Here we go.
We'll go back and forth. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready? Ready as you want to be.
Ready
Yeah,
to chew
sure.
my gum? Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Isaac, I'm Garden Servo. Do you want anything?
Pack of Starburst.
Nice.
Bees?
Yes.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Chicken.
What's the Roman numeral for 1 million?
Lots of X's.
Yeah, probably. Who is your favorite band in Sydney?
Oh my god. Oh, this is stumping me here.
No, that's all right.
There's
Let's
so
move
many
on.
to choose from. Next one.
In terms of self-checkout at the shops, are you a top or a bottom?
Oh, definitely a top.
Nice. A star on the Christmas tree or an angel?
Star.
What would you like to plug?
Later, in Rainbows.
Yeah,
Radiohead.
nice. Is
Spoiler.
life really hard or are you just not trying?
Bit of both.
Nice.
If you could challenge one genre to a fight to the death, which would it be?
Punk.
Decimals or fractions?
Decimals.
Who's your favorite pop artist?
Far out.
Never heard of them. Would it really be rude not to?
Would it be rude not to?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Who do you mean in Mario Kart?
Oh, Luigi.
Tri-bones.
Fuck the Beatles.
Yes.
What does the fox say?
That's all. All right.
I mean,
What was that, like 10?
Hey,
ball dropped.
not actually that bad,
Yes.
but
Look, wow.
you guys got a total of 16, which is unfortunately not the dub.
That was so
It was 16, I promise. It was 16.
That is. I'm genuinely.
That was a blur.
That was
Could have been 6.
That was 8 questions each.
The pressure was well.
Far
But it's
out.
okay because Cooper owns one other piece of plug merch. You know,
Yeah,
plug
so-
t-shirts.
So you
Yeah.
guys can
We-
pretend like you.
So all 5 of you will eventually form Exodia and
Plug Zodiac.
Yeah, pretty much.
plug zone.
So now we have to release a pair of oven mitts,
Yes.
and then
And then a
pants.
pair of pants.
Honestly,
shoes.
tingling after that. It's insane.
Yeah, it's hype. It's hype.
That might be the mocker.
Honestly.
That's why they.
But
call them
we can officially crown Isaac Freeman of Such a Water as the victor. for
Congratulations,
season
Isaac. Let's
3. Congratulations. We will officially crown him at the next Plug Fest, whenever that may be, which he'll hopefully be playing at. So,
True.
big props to him. But let's just get back
Congrats.
to the episode. Glad that's out of the way.
The
you know?
question was the very fun song before that very fun song was, what would you like to plug about yourselves?
Yeah, and that was also a question in the lightning round. It's a bit confusing. We know.
That was, it was lots of plugging.
Yeah, I mean,
Lots of plugging.
that's what we're here to do. you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you guys are in a band, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, last time I checked, we're a couple dudes that play instruments.
Honestly, it's all we're doing right now.
It is, no.
good fun.
What have we got coming up? We've just entered pre-production for our first single, which is super exciting.
That is pretty exciting.
I guess we've been waiting for the right time to sort of start, but now I guess, I don't know, after many months of thinking about what it could be and, writing like a big catalogue of stuff that we wanted to put out, we eventually landed on one that we really love, which is called Atoms in the Sun.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And yeah,
I love
let's get
that.
started.
And I actually saw you guys play for the first time last week, opening
yes.
for Grace.
I
And
also
our-
was there.
Yeah, you were there as
Sold
well.
out show at Factory
Sold out
Floor.
show.
Yeah, congratulations to
Holy
the
crap,
Grace
there were a
guys.
lot of motherfuckers there.
So many mothers right there.
Large mother presents.
Good God.
No,
and
that
you
was
guys sounded mint.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very, very psychedelic, very
Yes.
cool, very just concise and really well thought out and rehearsed sound. It feels like you guys have switched it on. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like you're very. You got it.
You got it. You worked it out. You know?
Yeah, you worked it
Yeah,
out.
we got there.
We've
figured out
definitely
the-
taken our time with
Yeah.
it. There's been no rushing. this
Exactly.
time.
That's
And
how it should be.
Yeah, we're entering, as Isaac said, pre-production, but it's been a labour of love for these guys, honestly, for 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in the band for 2, and we've been working on this song in particular for 2, and
So crazy.
Still
So
going, really.
What's the story behind like the new? Because like you guys obviously had the Blue Tongues beforehand, and then
What?
you oh, sorry,
We had the vinyl
press. Sorry, you got the Blue Tongues
Oh.
now. Sorry, that's a
Throwback. if
throwback.
There was
yeah.
one.
So like, where's it come from, and like, how's it gotten to where it is today?
Well, I guess we started like as a high school band, typical guys like, hey, we like this band, we like Arctic Monkeys, we like In Excess.
music?
We like music is cool. And then it was pretty much just...
Does anybody play bass?
Exactly. Well, I was like one of 2 bassists in my year, so
Oh,
it was
shit.
like hot property.
Yeah, everyone
4
was
stringers
like-
over here.
I was the
Shout out.
only drummer in my year.
Wow,
Joss knows, bassists. We gotta stick.
we gotta stick together, man.
Real estate.
There's not many of us.
There's
That is hot.
Dying breed.
Yeah, that we are. But no, that we formed in high school and we just like entered a couple Battle of the Bands competitions as the Vinyl Press, and we thought, oh god, we could give this a go. Like we could try it. And then it eventually got to the point where we were like just gigging every week and doing the whole pub thing. And we had 5 initially. We had one sax player called Mikey, he's a legend. He went off to study saxophone.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. He's a king. He's still doing
May
great
God
work.
rest his soul.
Yes, good name drop there.
He's like, what's the guy from the Bleeding Gums Murphy?
Yeah.
Playing
Oh.
sax in heaven. You know.
Oh
Sax in
yes,
heaven, yeah.
he really was. And then we got Dom as well, Dom Corso.
Plug that man.
Absolute
Dom
plug
Corso.
for that man. He deserves a massive plug. Yeah. So we had him on guitar, and then
Yeah,
sort
the
of
greatest
just-
drummer in the world playing
That's
guitar.
exactly. Like, I know. He's an absolutely
Multi-talented.
beast drummer, and he ended up sort of playing guitar for us and like better than most people, which is
Yeah.
just odd. The man
It
is
is
great.
odd.
But we ended up doing gigs, and we just found like that sort of sound wasn't working. And we sort of tried to write or at least like Jake and I were writing new things, and a new sort of avenue was opening up for us, and that was sounding more trippy, more psychedelic.
Hell yeah.
And we just thought like it's not connecting with what we used to be, and then Dom sort of ended up doing production, and he's sort of working in sound now, which is
Cool.
really great.
Can I hit you with a vinyl press throwback? I'll tell you the first time I saw vinyl press, it was I reckon 2018.
We've been Camden.
No, it was at Record Crate. Already a throwback.
Yeah. Wow.
The lineup was, as I remember, Blue Deem.
Before I was in it.
Before you were in it, yeah.
OG days.
Let Us Shred.
My.
I don't know if we're on second or not. Then there was also Vinyl Press, which is the first time I saw you guys. And I was like, oh shit, these guys are crazy. And then Scab Baby on the headline.
That was unbelievable.
What a chaotic set of bands.
Jesus
you know?
Christ.
Yeah.
I remember, I think, if I remember correctly, I remember like Mason and Jono telling me that's the story of that gig where they like rocked up maybe like 5 minutes after they were supposed to start playing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, maybe, yeah. It was
And, like-
everything was running a bit late. And
it was
during the Scab Baby set, Tom, one of the Toms, the guitarist Tom, broke his like E string on his top E string on his guitar,
man.
like the thickest one. And
It wouldn't matter.
he was like, "Can I borrow anyone's guitar?" And everyone was kind of like, especially like the boys at Let Us Shed were like, "Nah."
These guys are like feeding it through 10 fuzz pedals. Fucking, they were so fun.
And so he ends up restringing it with an acoustic guitar string and just carrying on the set while he's restringing it. The drummer's just soloing. It was so mint. I loved it.
And there was that like bloody like baby doll they had sitting on the
Oh,
drum
dude,
head.
yeah.
And then like it was a lot of chaos, and I'm pretty sure like I don't know. I mean, I won't say anything specific, but looking into their eyes,
Oh yeah.
there was something else going on in their show, and they admitted as such. And
God was
we were just
there.
These guys,
Other forces were at play.
They saw God.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, so then back onto the Blue Tongue. So you got more psychedelic, more trippy, and
more psychedelic, more trippy, and then I think we floundered with names. I think like a couple of them.
Well, the way I entered the band was kind of weird.
yeah,
go
it was a
on, hit
little
me
bit.
with it.
Well, like I went to see the Vinyl Press without knowing anyone in the band yet.
Oh, wow.
I went to see Shirin that you mentioned before. I saw Shirin with my girlfriend. Vinyl Press were there, and along with Array as well.
Oh wow, that's a throwback plug as
Yeah.
well.
That was like on somewhere in Parramatta Road. I can't even remember.
Jesus, where are we? Fucking
Yeah, so
Basin Street?
that I was there,
Yeah.
and I remember the lead singer was just like dancing with his hips, and he was such a weirdo. And we
Oh,
bumped
yeah,
into each other in the toilet, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, you're crazy." And then,
Michael Hutchins man over here.
and then I started working at Bridge Climb, which is down the road from where we
Oh,
are.
nice.
And
Like bridge
Yeah.
climb.
yeah, I was working there, and then this guy started working a couple months after me, and I was like, "I recognize you." It was the lead singer of this band, Vinyl Press.
That's wild.
It was Jake, and Jake and I became really close friends at work, and he knew that I could sing. And once Dom had sort of left the band, he came up to me one day and was like, "Do you want to be in the band?"
Oh,
So I
dude.
just bought a little micro Korg as well at the time, and I was like, I'm okay. I'm not
I'm not the best, but
I'm no Elton.
I bought it. I mean,
I bought it. It sounds kind of cool.
Yeah,
And then
I
Jake
didn't think
goes-
I was going to play the corgi.
Well, this
to be
guy
honest.
is like he's actually like a level 3 pianist. So I mean, we
It's
could
like
get
my
him in, like, we'll
last
just ask
instrument,
him.
really. It's like guitar and vocals and French horn and trumpets where I'm at.
after all of that.
Yeah, exactly. And I came in, and I think I brought with me the first day of prac at Kellyville where they used to work was I
Garage.
brought my
Like
French
garage.
horn and a 6-pack of beer. That's how I entered the psychedelic band.
Yeah, and what an entrance.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
that's pretty much you've got everything you need to be psychedelic, man.
Yeah.
Pretty much a couple pedals and you're done really with a French
insane.
horn.
So can we expect French horn on a track in the future?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, are we looking towards horns to in live shows and stuff like
Honestly,
that?
why wouldn't we?
It
Like,
is,
we've
yeah. I
got
mean,
that. Well,
if we've got the
mean,
talent,
We're
then
heading
let's use
towards
it.
like some backing track style setups
Yeah.
as well. We're
Sick.
gonna try and like
just throw it through
incorporate
fucking pedals and we'll see what happens.
that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was how I joined the band, which was
Yeah.
quite eventful.
Jeez.
And then
Jumped right on in there, and then we just
Jacko added as well.
Yes.
He's our lead guitarist
Hell yeah.
because I could play guitar, but I couldn't do anything leady.
Yeah.
And he's in, yeah.
Another
plug
plug
that
for
boy.
Jack.
And then
Jacko.
the drummer is Jake's twin, right?
Pretty much.
I mean,
18
they may
months
as well be.
left in the womb. But yeah, brother, for sure.
I swear to God, they look like identical sometimes.
They do.
No, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
They're
that,
very similar in a lot of ways.
yeah,
The
extremely.
way they move their hips.
And like back when like when Jake's hair was just like a little bit shorter, it was like I can't tell them apart.
Yeah,
no,
they're like
exactly.
both 6'20". And
That's so true.
Just absolute movers and shakers, the both
Yeah,
of them.
both
Yeah,
of them.
that was the weird formation of our band.
and then I think it was like we were floating around with names and names.
What
for
do we have?
yonks.
We had Pepperland at one
We had
point.
Pepperland,
Pepperland.
but
Wow.
initially I was like, we don't like the Beatles that much. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, rightio, Liza.
Anyway,
Pulled out, bro. No, I'll fall
no,
into
this is
soccer.
Surprised you're wearing a
Some point.
Beatles shirt, to be honest.
no,
Oh.
well, hey,
King Giz,
Yeah,
let's
King
go.
Giz, though.
yeah, and then I don't know, we
the
got
M.
landed on like electric Buddha, but then we're like,
Yeah, I can't bring in the
Buddha.
religious aspect.
We
We don't
don't-
step
we-
on any toes.
Yeah.
don't want to step on any toes. And then like Jake just sent a photo of himself to the chat with like after eating a blue push pop.
Oh,
He had like a massive blue.
And we're like,
Oh.
blue tongue,
Like-
blue tongues, the blue tongue. That sounds like the most whack Aussie, but
It's-
Yeah.
weird
Yeah,
intro,
I'm
you
surprised
know?
it hadn't been taken.
That's my biggest
Yeah.
takeaway from it. It's like it is incredible this name has not been taken.
And
That's what
I
I
don't
thought.
think I don't think you see the Blue Tongues and think this is going to be this like massively psychedelic rock band. Like I don't even know what to expect with it, but like it's just like Blue Tongues, interesting. Let me listen more, and then you get that, and you're like, well, shit, didn't expect that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that
So
has an
sick.
effect,
Yeah.
eh?
It's a way cooler name than Tame Impala.
Yeah,
The Beatles.
Uniquely Aussie, you can find one in every back garden, just
Yeah.
plodding along.
Exactly.
Did you know the Blue Tongues is actually just one guy?
It's one guy, it's one dude.
Just split up between
Five
five
people,
bodies.
yeah.
Kevin Carter.
Yeah.
The Blue Exodia. Blue.
Yeah.
No,
Did
there's
you
no
guys
pun there.
see Tame and
No, I didn't.
That was
I
incredible.
should have.
I will say, I mean, look, you got to plug that show, but it was
That was amazing.
yeah, it was
Hell yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
I wish I did, but you know.
I mean, and it was for you guys. It was that show on the Thursday night, and then a night, like a show every night.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday,
Triple
Sunday.
playing.
Triple play.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a fucking bender.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Jesus
Big bender.
Christ.
Throw in a few birthday parties in the mix as well.
Yeah,
And
you know.
You've got yourself a fun little weekend.
You must be exhausted.
Still sleep deprived.
Still
yeah.
recovering.
It's 20
And
past
going
7.
to Parcels tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's right. Yeah,
Dope.
yeah, yeah.
I know a few people.
So is Jack Hawley. Jack Hawley's going
God,
to
this
Parcels.
podcast is just going to be a
Denver.
bunch of just dings.
Dings,
So
dings,
many
dings.
dings. Oh, yeah. Parcels
Bing bong,
ding.
bing bong.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah, good on them.
Wow.
Australia's greatest export, dare I say?
Oh, that's a massive call.
but you were
One
talking
of
about
their
Tame,
biggest of
weren't you?
recent years.
Yeah, oh no, yeah.
Tame
yeah.
are pretty big up there, but like, you know, in terms of like exports that actually like, you know, make waves overseas.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
Yeah.
they're
like-
they're like based in Europe.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's
they are
based
like
and
based.
based.
based and based in Europe.
Yeah, but like, you know, I'd say like honestly top 3 King Giz, Tame Impala, Blue Tongues. Oh wait, I mean
Oh,
Parcels.
Yeah, as soon as either of you guys just like buy a ticket to anywhere in the world, it's like, yep, Blue Tongues, greatest Australian
greatest export. I mean,
Yeah.
if we'll take that. We'll
It
take
goes,
that.
it goes Tame Impala, King Giz, Uranium, Blue Tongues.
Were you gonna ding your joke then, bro?
No,
I looked like you were leaning to be like, that was a good joke.
Just one for the road. Why not? Bada bing.
Looks at the camera.
I guess that's our story so far.
Wow,
This
so
is like
far.
this
Well,
is
yeah,
your life.
so far.
Yeah,
So far.
So
Yeah.
pre-production
Yeah, so far.
for a single, and then like, what's next? EP, album?
Potential. I mean, we've got
Yeah,
enough
like,
songs
it's all
for
gonna
it,
happen.
but It's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
really difficult to like choose a set list now. It's like,
Yeah.
but we want to do this one. We've got like an extended
We've only
jam
got
here. and-
40 minutes.
What a problem to have.
Yeah, some
know.
bands, you know, how do I fill 40 minutes? You know, like, but
Yeah. Well, no,
Right.
this has just been a product of like 2 years worth of just constantly doing it.
Two
And then
rehearsals.
I guess we
already.
wanted to do like two
damn,
times a week.
we
and
barely get one rehearsal in a month at this point, like with any of my bands.
Yeah,
It's like,
same.
going in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're pretty-
We just wanted to do a trial by fire, really. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
just put
Send it.
ourselves through the ringer and see what
Yeah.
sticks.
Just do it.
Yeah.
But see, just see what's hitting like with audiences, see what people are vibing with our
Yeah, and
stuff.
it's been so good for
Oh, yeah.
for our sound. Really, we've taken it, seen how people are reacting to it, and then going back into pracs and working
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah, that's
making it
sick.
sleeker. And it's just, and then we take that to recording.
No, exactly.
We're happy
and then
with it.
this-
respect the work ethic.
Yeah,
you know?
from here on in, it's just going to be like being, I guess, more selective, but also like just making sure that we take time to actually start working on it in the studio and stuff.
We've got one more gig before the end of the year.
Oh,
and
that's
then
the other major plug.
Yes,
Oh,
go.
yeah,
go.
the
Lord
2nd of
Gladstone.
December.
Oh, Gladdy.
Oh,
Yeah.
second of this.
Yeah,
That was double time.
Yeah, well done.
Wow.
2nd of December, Lord Gladdy,
With who?
Liquid Zoo.
Oh, yeah.
Zoo.
Who,
Yes.
is Elliot Road playing that?
No, I don't think
Who
so.
else is playing that? Is there another band playing that?
To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure. Connor Dewhurst
I
will
feel
be
like I'm-
very mad at me.
Why? Is he organising?
I think he's organising.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
the Liquid Zoo boys are organising.
I didn't know he made gigs. I didn't know he organised gigs.
Yeah, well,
He definitely makes gigs when he arrives. You know, like
Yeah.
Could be.
There
could
is.
be.
life of the party. You know, but
He is. No, but we got that one coming up. He was. You got to ding it.
yeah, you got Ding Connor. And the gig. Also the gig, but you know, more
Yes.
importantly, Connor.
Oh, yeah. So
2nd
that
of
one's-
December at the Gladdy.
Yeah, that one's our last one for a while because Jake's heading off on a little European soiree.
He's going to go find himself.
Do you guys
Probably in the underground red light district of Amsterdam.
You guys ever done like?
Have been to a sex show before?
Well, that seems to be
Jake?
high on his
No,
roster
no,
of
guys,
things.
no, I'm going to Amsterdam for the museums and shit.
Yeah,
no,
just the
yeah.
Yeah, for the culture.
Yeah.
Find those like e-bikes around.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
water and streams.
Yeah, you know they've reclaimed like 40% of their land from the ocean.
What? Really?
Yeah, maybe that's a bit of a high percentage. I don't think it's that much, but a lot of their land have like drained to the ocean and been like, let's reclaim.
Where's all the
this and
water
build-
going?
They like build like dams and walls and stuff like that to block the ocean.
Damn.
Amster.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, I mean it's in the name, boys.
Damn.
But yeah,
Alright.
I know, just interesting fact that I always thought was really interesting.
That's
No,
an
it is-
interesting
that is-
fact.
That's like a Dubai-esque.
Yeah, future. It's like
It's giving hints of Dubai.
what country is it that's building the mega city that's just a line?
Oh God,
where is it?
I'm pretty sure it's
Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
we really are in the end. Times.
Really- yeah.
Ballpark were correct.
really
Yes,
like a
yes.
future apocalyptic like movie type beat, you know, like
oh yeah.
it's
we're
like
getting
Maze
there.
Runner, but like it's a real thing.
It's there. No, it's happening.
I like the idea, but it's like, yeah, I'll be back, but I'll just go to the post office. Okay, honey, see you in 2 days. Like,
Walk down the hallway.
Yeah,
like,
54 kilometers on the
I
same
think the point
street.
is so you can say that and then just dive off the balcony into like a pool and the post office is there. Like it's just supposed to be like, you know, oh yeah, the post office is just 177 levels down.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's like a full-on Minecraft setup where you just have a little pool where you dive into to get down.
You take no fall damage.
Extreme hills by own. Just
GG. But yeah, apparently lots of families have been displaced because of that. So also very apocalyptic. you know?
Yeah, well, that we're getting into Elysium territory.
Yeah, now.
you know? It's all happening, guys.
Anyway, let's move on from this horrific, scary talk of the future. And
real Joe Rogan.
what is the time? What? Yeah. All right, it's about time.
yeah.
All right, next time.
Jack Hawley.
Time.
Jack Hawley's going to take us out.
I
into the
reckon
next
let's go number 15. Why not? This segment is sponsored by Peppers.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's fucking not.
Peppers?
Remember that old myth of like you flip the can upside down, it said MJ is dead?
yes.
Like around the primary schools, like,
This,
oh my God, Michael Jackson
I
is
remember making that joke once, like putting it upside down and being like, Steve Jobs is dead.
this is so unrelated, but on the topic of Michael
I'm
Jackson,
dead.
on the topic of Michael Jackson,
Did he do it?
I
No.
delivered to.
Clip it. God. Clip it. That's a real.
I delivered to this mechanic today, and I told him that I'm going to Amsterdam for my honeymoon, right? And he was like, "Oh, Amsterdam's a really nice place." You know, he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been there once when when Michael Jackson dangled that baby over the
Oh my God.
dangled that baby over the balcony." Yeah, I was there. What an idiot!
the baby.
I was Blanket. That kid's name was Blanket.
Blanket.
How do we forget that? That happened.
Blanket.
Blanket
Wow.
Jackson.
That's nuts.
It's got a ring to it.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna sing a song with Michael Jackson. Oh God.
Did he do it?
What?
What album are you plugging today? Yeah. It's 7:20 p.m. We have all had coffees.
I don't know how this
I
is
haven't.
going to go.
Yeah,
This is
let's fucking
caffeine
fucking
out of
album.
coffees.
I've had half a can of refreshing Pepsi. Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Is there caffeine in Pepsi?
yeah, I believe there's
There you
caffeine in
go.
all soft drink,
We're all,
right?
we're all caffeinated.
Maybe. Hold on.
Just reading the ingredients
Get
of the
on with,
Pepsi can
the-
for all the. So this is the album
cap in.
segment where you guys plug an album, but I believe because there's two of you,
You've both
plugging-
chosen one album. Who would like to go first?
Just his paper rocket.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
Scissors, paper, rock. Oh, that's a
I go
victory for
first?
Jack.
I think you have to choose what side. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll,
yeah. You can go first or second.
I'll
You
go
do the
first
scissors.
because I'm sure Isaac can talk about his album to all ends. So I don't want to be in the shadow of that.
No, go.
So
Plug away, sir.
without further
ready.
ado, I decided to plug In Rainbows by Radiohead.
Ah, pretty underground band.
Yeah,
not many people have heard of them.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard of Radiohead,
This is
pretty
this is the Smiles side project.
They're definitely one of the bands of all time.
yeah,
They
sure.
are
No,
one of
they're pretty awesome.
A boat, if you will.
Yeah,
And this is one of their albums of
This
all
is-
time.
yeah.
definitely.
An out, if you will.
Probably one of their best albums.
Damn, you said it.
How many albums do they have?
9.
There we go.
We're still waiting for Rad 10 Head. Boom.
Yeah, Rad 10
Yeah,
Head's
they
still
recently
coming.
released one, didn't they? Like Kid Amnesia, whatever.
2016. Oh, but like they.
That was sort of a.
Well, no, 2016 was like the last like studio release, but they did like a 20th anniversary of Playing Computer like
34,
a few
36
years ago.
songs on or something.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's huge. I got it on vinyl actually.
Well done.
3 discs. It's thick.
That's a thick boy.
That is
All
a
180
thick one.
gram.
3 discs.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that's a chunk.
Yeah, like
That's a
Kill
folder.
someone with that.
yeah.
That's a weapon.
breaks
You
in,
can
man.
toss those at a zombie.
Get out, intruder! I've got vinyl.
Yeah, you know, when someone breaks in, I'm always like, no alarms and no surprises, and whack 'em over the head.
Yeah, okay, not bad.
But yeah, back on In Rainbows. So yeah, why did you pick this album?
Well,
picked this
the reason I picked this one, it's definitely one of my favorite albums ever. But that's only a very recent thing.
Cool.
It was sort of like I knew about Radiohead, obviously, but mostly as far as that went was Creep.
Yeah,
which I'm
gotcha.
sure most people, if
Yeah.
they don't know Radiohead, will go Creep.
Yeah.
And it was around COVID lockdowny times, and this album just seemed to soundtrack that period of
Yeah, I
life
feel that.
just so well. It just, other than great music, it just brings out so emotion. It was such a confusing time.
It does have this
Lockdown.
like real dystopian, the world is ending vibe to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Classic Radiohead.
But in the same tone, there's a subtle sense of like elation throughout the whole thing, like that things will get better.
Yeah.
It's almost
And-
bittersweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So and
Happy sad.
it's just a great length as well. It's 40 minutes. I did a workout to it the other day.
It is a
Perfect
good length. I will say that.
42
songs.
minutes.
Yeah.
42 minutes.
10
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
It
So-
doesn't need to be any more or
This
less.
is just this kind of album.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
Just loves
it's
it.
amazing. And
Yeah.
the definite standout for me on this album is Weird Fishes.
classic.
That song is
Brilliant.
just cracked.
I
It's
love.
just so perfect.
I love the present moment.
Has anyone?
I love it.
Oh, the present moment. Is that on this album?
No, it's a
I was gonna
ballpark
say.
music joke.
Oh, right.
Yes. Which is-
yeah.
Which is
This
very
is a joke
good.
that I made. And I'm
Yes.
forgetting about it.
Yeah, Manning also made it.
Yeah. Famously, the present moment of the latest ballpark music. Is it the latest one?
Latest one.
Sounds a lot like
quite
Weird
similar,
Fishes.
but-
yeah.
I mean, it's the influence is there in Sam's vocals as well.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I mean they're different songs, but like
yeah.
there's
Oh,
similarities.
Tom York and Sam. I actually slid into Ballpark Music's DMs once.
Oh.
When they did a Leica version because they've covered
Yeah.
Radiohead and went,
Yep.
"You sound like Tom York." Oh my God. They never got back to me.
That's funny because Dean helped me with my TAFE assignment.
Yeah. Wow.
Went to TAFE.
I did.
That's what you took out of that. You really,
Honestly, best part of the $3,000 that I spent.
nice.
Those DMs. Anyway,
Anyway, but yes,
In Rainbows.
in Rainbows.
Yes.
Have you listened to much of like the other albums in
Yeah,
their
like
discog?
so it's because of In Rainbows that I started to get more into
Nice.
to Radiohead, and
It is a
OK
good-
Computer is awesome as well.
Yeah.
No surprises.
No surprises.
Um,
Good song.
Yeah.
Good jokes all around.
Yeah, we're going well.
I feel like this is like a really good window into Radiohead. It's arguably one of the most Radiohead albums, if that makes
The
sense.
most Radiohead album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they
this-
definitely have their own niche.
This
in
is
the
like,
music world.
I mean, this is 2007, and like OK Computer is like what, like 10 years before that or something.
1999 or 2000.
is that when 2007?
Yeah.
This In Rainbows
Yeah.
is 2000.
And the
Fame.
beautiful thing about this album is when they released it.
forward-thinking.
I was about to
It
say
was
this, but I'll let you.
yeah, you could pay as much as you want or as little as you want for it. People paid $0 for it.
that was
Similar-
his
like
album,
pay as you
Similar
want.
to the Giz
Yes.
album, they
Yeah.
did the same thing.
And
Except I think the
that's
Giz
just
album
awesome.
went a bit like a step further and were like, the album is yours.
Yeah.
Here are the masters. Like, you know,
Yeah,
they
It's
literally
just,
go
it's just truly music for the people, by the people.
But like, there's like a whole story about that because like, yeah, they did that obviously, and that was in like the peak of like CD sales is like how you make money as a band, and they made like so much money off this album just purely through like merch and just like the popularity it received just because they gave it away for like free essentially to people. It's just crazy. They really fucked the market, and everyone was like, "What the fuck do we do?"
And then Bono tried doing that like a few years later with Apple like
And
iTunes.
they just put it
Hot
in.
topic.
Like, hey,
Yeah,
man.
like you got to let
7
people
years later,
choose.
yeah.
Yeah, here's our music. Yeah.
But yeah.
Every time I clap, a child in Africa dies. Stop clapping.
But yeah, this is the first album by Radiohead you ever
This is
listened
the
to
first
before.
album by Radiohead I have ever listened to.
You're welcome. What did you think?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, these Radiohead guys are pretty bloody good. Yeah, not bad. I don't mind them.
Tommy and the Radioheads, man.
Yeah, not bad. They are well and truly in rainbows. Let me say this. Yeah. No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I mean, and there's like things like, it's so funny because I've heard a band I know do an instrumental cover of Body Snatchers
Oh
before.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Electric Drive.
Electric
right?
Drive did it, and I was like, I don't know where this is from, but I know what it is. But it was lots of fun.
Yeah.
It was lots of fun. I was really impressed with the fucking production quality of it.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, like,
15 years ago.
this is
Yeah, it was way ahead of its time.
arguably one of the best produced albums like
Yeah.
ever.
It's so crisp.
It's
beautiful.
crisp.
Yeah.
I don't know like how these motherfuckers did it, man. Like it just
ahead of it.
everything sounds immaculate, and like it's so consistent from track to track as well. Like there is not a dull moment on here. You know, I mean, there's a
No.
lot of dull moments, but like there's not a dull moment in terms of songwriting, in terms of production.
But it has a purpose.
Exactly.
The dull moments are
Yeah.
there for a reason, not
Yeah,
just
you gotta-
because we couldn't figure out what to put in.
Yeah, it can't be all peaks. 'Cause,
Yeah,
it's gotta have
exactly.
the- it's gotta have the
They
drops.
use everything in a perfect way, and it's just like a rainbow.
Yeah,
You know, it's just
Wow.
makes itself.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful album, and yeah, as I
Is
said,
this-
I only got into it recently, but it's.
Is this like ranked high in your Radiohead discography rankings?
I think in all my discographies, like you know that thing that came out with what's his name, the old president, was it Bill Clinton holding all the albums and stuff? And that came out. This was one of them, along with Ballpark.
Yeah.
I
Music,
do
the
remember
other one I was
that
gonna
during
do.
like the first lockdown. That was good times.
Yeah, exactly. So
Bring
this
that.
was my lockdown album, so that's why I wanted to plug it, because if you're in a weird sort of time in your life, throw this on, and by the other side,
Tom
there
will
might
guide
be a
you
little
by the
pot of
hand.
gold.
Yeah, you'll
Take your hand.
you'll still be emotionally confused, but at least you'll feel like somebody else is also.
At least 42 minutes has passed, and you get a little bit further on.
That's dark. I love
That
it.
is dark.
So yeah, favorite track, Weird Fishes probably.
Yeah, Weird Fishes.
Anything
or
else like
Jigsaw
hotly
falling
contested?
into place. is
Underrated track like,
Oh,
on this album as well.
I don't know what it is, but I vaguely remember Joss like not shutting the fuck up about Jigsaw falling into place. in the
Yeah,
past.
I just think it's like there are a lot of like good deep cuts on this. Like I said, it's really consistent. So like obviously every album's gonna have its big ones that people like take and go like, oh,
Creep.
this is like great. Yeah, like the Creeps.
the best song ever.
But like
Yeah.
even like the deep cuts in this one are just like phenomenal. You
Yeah.
know? Like in a different world, if they were the singles, they would have been the biggest songs on this
Yeah,
album. You know?
gotcha.
Like
What were the singles? Do we know?
I think Nude was one. I think 15 Step was one maybe. And Videotape, I want to say.
Nude was definitely one that popped out like production wise. I thought that was like
Yeah.
at that point I was like, how does it sound like?
I think, yeah, Nude or Videotape has to be my favorite track on here, probably.
Yeah. The thing I love about Videotape is that they actually use the instrumentation of that piece to sound like the drums, like sort of the backwards feel of it sounds like a videotape.
There's a really,
recording.
like, I bet this is some cringe shit, but there's a Vox video on YouTube that, like,
Vox are fine.
yeah, they're fine. I know.
They get the pass.
They get the pass, but it's just like normie shit, It's like the Radiohead of YouTube channels. But anyway.
I'm a YouTube enthusiast.
So they make a good video about how like the pulse for Videotape is like felt so differently to like how it sounds, I guess you could say, like because it's like down 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 down, but like the pulse is like you'll see like a video of them playing it live and the drum is like clicking along and you're like, what the fuck's he doing? He's way off time, but he's just like nailing it. You're just like
Like
what
a video is multiple frames a second.
yeah,
It's the blues. That's all it is. That's
But
the
yeah,
blues.
just sick song. Like just so many cool things on this album like that. I mean, 15 Step, you can't move past the first track. It's It starts off strong, that's for sure.
And it finishes strong.
Yeah, for
It's a
sure.
journey.
But like I said, like, you know, like the middle songs, like House of Cards, love it. Forced Up, if that's how you say it. I don't really
Reckoner.
know. Reckoner, like
The
it's
middle
just-
is so strong.
It's just all really good.
Forced Up is one of the dips, right? One of the where it like chills out just for a second.
Wakey, dun, 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 you know, off again, on again. I love like the structures.
I do like it. I really, you know, because yeah, we were going to do it, trying to figure out how to make content out of like the fact that I've never listened to a Radiohead album before. So like at some point, probably between now and next year, we'll probably do like a live stream where I just listen to everything.
Yeah.
And then-
Straight up, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're gonna do it over like the Christmas break, so when everyone's got like time off or whatever, they can just be like, oh, let's put on Plug all day.
Yeah,
It's
just put on
us
the Plug.
listening
Should
to
make like a
tired
Spotify playlist of it. Or is
Yeah.
that what you just said?
No, you're ahead.
He's thinking,
I was just thinking about Forced Up.
Favorite track before we have to move on quickly?
I think it's just the fact that like it opened up and it really like immediately I was like, okay, yeah, I like Radiohead, I guess. What's it, 15 Step? Yeah, right? Yeah, 15 Step. I think just being the first song that really like, it really just like, I like straight away, it really
It grips you from the beginning.
yeah, I was like, okay, I'm interested. You got me, fine. I'll listen to it.
What about you, Ezra?
Weird Fishes I've heard probably like my biggest step into the Radiohead verse.
Hell yeah, bro.
I just can get a massive appreciation
I
for like
actually,
their production. value and
my
everything.
my only like probably one of my only criticisms is I just think Weird Fishes just goes for like, is it Weird Fishes that just goes for like just a little bit too long? It's literally like the last.
You're wrong.
It's like the last 15 seconds where I'm like, how much longer has this got to go?
How much? Yeah.
Because you
But
need
it's
the
lit-
arpeggi, bro. Come on.
Need the arpeggi.
It's two
Everyone
songs,
needs an
alright?
arpeggi.
That's not really bad.
Yeah. It's perfect like rainy day track. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chuck it
like,
on,
this
you
is
look
very
outside,
much.
you're like,
Yeah.
Well,
Also
you
shout
can't have
out-
a rainbow without rain.
Let's go.
Nice.
Has anyone ever heard of, I think her name's Lillian LaHarvis or Leon LaHarvis, I think.
Leanne?
Leanne LaHarvis?
Yeah.
Something like that. Does a really sick cover of Weird Fishes. Everyone should check it
So
out.
is that like a big popular one from is Weird Fishes?
Yeah, I'd say the Weird Fishes is a big one from this album. I think Body Snatchers, 15 Step, Nude.
So all of them?
honestly,
He's literally saying every song.
the first like 5 tracks I think are the most popular ones.
Yeah,
like
for
All I
sure.
Need, also fantastic. I mean, how can we go on without saying
Yeah,
that?
true. Can't believe we haven't even said that yet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
It's an
beautiful.
album. It's an album.
Let's
a
move
great
on to
album.
Isaacs now. Cause
Yeah, we're out of time, unfortunately.
let's go Icon.
Whoa.
This is
You got 10 minutes, mate. Spit it out.
What else can I say about this guy?
This fucking
Who's
dude.
this guy?
Who is it?
James Marshall Hendrix.
Is that actually his name? I didn't really know. that.
Yeah, backup guitarist initially for Little Richard and James Brown.
Yes.
Yeah, I did know this.
Wow. I guess it starts off with EXP with all that.
Yeah,
wacky
Axis Bold
vocal.
as Love. is the
Axis
album
Bold as
title.
Love.
By
My
the way.
God.
Guys, don't forget that part.
By the way, his name is Jimi Hendrix.
It's Jimi
you can
Hendrix.
search him up on Spotify.
He plays guitar.
He plays guitar.
Yeah, also
Does he?
really underground artist.
Really, yeah. I mean,
Two really like, you know, you guys are punching for the little ones.
I
you
do.
know? It's
I,
nice.
like, just quick tidbit on like Keen's Mustard from last season. Shout out, plug.
Shout out, plug, ding. Hang on.
Yeah, hold on,
everybody
get your
stop.
ding ready.
Ding, ding,
But,
ding.
like,
Sorry, guys.
I remember, like, you know, when they plugged Demon Days by the Gorillaz, like, Pete was like, oh, well, we're supposed to plug, like, you know, something underground or underrated. And I'm like, nah, it's really just entirely up to
this is
you.
what you want.
And I'm glad some of the big hitters are getting some plugs because
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
people, like, they're so big that just people forget about them.
Well, exactly.
Leave him in the
I
dust.
feel like Jimmy comes under the effect of that, like that Bob Marley thing where he's like on every T-shirt and on every record store poster, and
Exactly.
But, no one, everyone actually looks beneath the surface, and you know, you obviously have Little Wing and
Yeah,
these
yeah.
The big ones. Big
iconic
ones.
songs. But when you break down sort of the songs, I guess my favorite lyrics that he's ever written are in Bold as Love, where
Right.
he just breaks
Dude.
down colors into different emotions and.
Track.
It just, I think this was his sort of foray into studio experimentation.
I was going to say, because, like, this came out the same year as Are You Experienced, right?
The year after.
The year after, okay.
Or roughly within.
So it was
the year.
like, it was
Within a
his
few months
second
of each
album,
other.
I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his second album, yeah.
Because, like, I only just, like, really like stepped up and was like, I'm gonna listen to some Jimi Hendrix. 'Cause I've only ever really heard like the classics, which a lot of them do fall on this album. So
It's pretty bloody good.
I've heard like half of this album
goes
just
alright.
through just osmosis,
Yeah, just picking it up. Well,
But
I
like
guess, yeah.
comparing it to his first album, like his first album feels like very like thematic, I guess you could say, and like concise. But like this one feels conceptual, like,
yeah, exactly. And it's like it starts off with that whole wacky vocal. It is. One could say.
I want to say it's bold.
Yeah, it starts off with like that EXP like wacky vocal thing.
Straight
It's
off the
like only
bat.
in your
And
left
he's-
ear, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on, man?
Yeah, and there's this dude talking with this like wacky voice and
Yeah.
all the speeding up and slowing down. He takes off, and I think it's like really funny. They're talking about like, oh, well, you can't trust everything you hear, It's just like this man is about to take you on his guitar Stratocaster spaceship.
The SS Strat.
yeah. So he, it's just like I guess taking more time in the studio and really understanding where he was and really starting to flex that like production muscle.
For sure.
And I just absolutely get around it because it was around that time, I guess. I mean, that little Liverpudlian band was starting to make a bit of noise in terms of like releasing Pepper and all of that. I guess bands were spending more time figuring out what they could achieve with a 4-track or an 8-track.
Yeah.
And I think, it just starts off with like a mad run of tracks.
It was also it's also around the time where like the 8 tracks and like started. People were like, "What if we could do more?" Like
double.
Yeah. What if, guys, hear me out. 16.
16.
You're fired.
No, that's impossible.
Get out of my office. Get out of my office.
Yeah, well, that was definitely like starting to happen, that transition to more tracks, more channels, more avenues to go down. And I guess by that point, that whole Summer of Love thing had happened, flanges, phases, delays, echoes, all the stuff that we sort of take for granted in like modern production was just starting to explode at this point. And I guess the first run of tracks, like you get to hear like his musical prowess.
Yeah.
It totally does feel like you saying that it's like the future of like music, I suppose you could say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before that, it was it was Elvis and Chuck Berry,
Exactly.
humming along on one single guitar with a stand-up bass.
Yeah.
And then you get 10 years later, and it's just modern
Rock and
pop
roll,
music,
baby.
like pretty much from there on.
Yeah.
That's another thing too that's unfortunate about Hendrix. He gets like put in with that like raw crowd, but he's really saying something a bit more substantive. I think like it's not just loud guitars. It's
Sure.
really
He
nice
definitely has
lyrics.
some gorgeous cuts.
It's craft,
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
it's somebody who really cares about like every little
every
nuance.
detail. And he's not just you get obviously the first half of the album I'd reckon is like where he's showing off his biggest
Yeah, sure,
talent.
yeah.
I mean like Spanish Castle
Oh my
Magic is
God.
like a fucking
I love that song, man. I've always loved that song for a long
absolute
time.
screamer. And if you're a bass player, that Noel Redding line is so
Well,
juicy.
you gave me the heads up on Spanish Castle because
Yeah.
I was dropping you off at the station. And you're like, just be ready.
Just be ready, just get ready,
Just prepare
stick
yourself.
that in your pipe. Yeah, no, I guess it like runs off with that first half of the tracks where he's like really doing that band
Yeah.
thing, and they're really locked
Yeah,
in
and
tight.
like obviously he's like a huge guitarist. Like, I mean, obviously. But I mean, like, you can't discredit how fucking good the guitar work is on this album.
Yeah, no,
But
it is
like,
incredible.
the other musicians on this shit go hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
listening to Little Wing, I'm like, the drummer is fucking
Mitch Mitchell.
Mitch Mitchell.
nailing it.
What
bro.
a fucking dude.
Oh.
Jesus.
Like the feels
Trust someone with
between
two
like
first names.
No.
By the way,
Right,
the same
you
first
don't. You do not trust somebody with two first names.
Absolutely
No
hitting
way.
everything. I
like
guess-
it's just everyone on this album was just like switched on, like
Yeah.
in terms
Yeah.
of just let's bring our A game to like recording and stuff like that. So I think they deserve all the praise.
Well, and I think Mr. Redding has a vocal song on this album.
he
as
does.
well, yeah. Which confused the
She's
fuck-
so fine.
confused the shit out of me, by the way, because I was like listening to it in my car, and all of a sudden there's like this white dude singing,
And,
and I'm like, what happened to Jimi Hendrix? but then
Yeah,
obviously.
he has a little spot on there, and that song is really nicely crafted as well. I guess that shows like another side of his willingness to experiment as well. Which, like,
Yeah.
he wasn't that guy that was just like, I am the guy.
yeah, exactly.
It was definitely spreading the love in the studio.
Well, I
all
think
that.
he is, as such a fucking insanely talented musician, he would only be so aware of like the other insanely talented musicians he'd be surrounded by. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So he's
yeah.
probably, if I was Jimi Hendrix, I'd pull my head in and say, look, I'm not the only good person in here. Like I'm not the only person that's good at my instrument in this room.
I think he was very humble like that, which is just lovely.
Yeah, well,
Rest
it's
in peace to
exactly
man.
like just it's very telling of the artist, I suppose. And then just I guess there's like even some like real slight jazzy touches, like up in the skies,
Yeah, bro.
up from the skies rather. And I guess Ain't No Telling as well was a bit more.
Ain't
like
No Telling
funky.
was one that kind of like stood out to me. Like it's one I'd never heard before, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, there's like even you can hear like as much as that. Everyone he sounds like John Lennon, but you can get like some real, I guess, Tame Impala rhythm section reads from like this
Radiohead,
album
if
as
you
well.
will.
yeah, and then I guess Ain't No Telling like is also like another James Brownie influence.
Yeah,
cut as well.
for sure,
Like, there's
for
a bit of
sure.
sprinkles in that.
Yeah.
He was
true.
a renegade for the Renegades.
Yeah, he really had it all like just all these different like stylistic choices,
It was-
diversity.
It
like
seems
he
like
pulled from a lot of different people. And it's really cool.
he truly was like. I think like obviously, like you said, Joss. Obviously, he's a pretty good guitarist. But I think the biggest thing about him is that he was just one of the first people to do it. You know.
Yeah. It
I
just-
mean, that's why the Beatles get such big credit as well. It was like, it might not be perfect, but like, they did it before anyone else
They did
did.
before anyone.
Well,
else
it's
did,
just things that we take for granted now,
Right
like
now,
modern
yeah.
production, like
Yeah.
just doing it at that time and like pushing sonically where the electric guitar could go because it was only invented 10 years previous,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's just taken it to.
And there are some like really just crazy like production choices, like the backwards guitar on Castles Made of Sand.
Wow, that
And like the guitar solo, like it's
Yeah.
like he's like playing like a guitar solo like it's forward, but it's
Yeah.
backwards. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how did he do that?
Yeah.
I want to hear like what he played to make it sound like that because I'm like, that's just pretty incredible.
That's some bullshit right
multiple
there.
takes. I think it was like a whole bunch of like weeks on end just working it out.
Yeah, I imagine.
That's what I imagine. Any sort of backwards tracking. That's how that
And
that's
all
how
on
it'd have to
tape
go.
as well. Like,
like
just
that makes it
cutting
even harder.
sticking it together, and like it was just absolutely different. Whereas nowadays it's just copy paste.
Like let's face
Oh
it.
fuck, Command Z.
Let's face it. Us four would not have done well. Back then.
Like breaking down at the side of like an old spin, like
Oh my God.
seeing tape. Like what do I do with this? Sounds incredible. Yeah, I guess, and then you get further and further into it, and it just becomes trippier. There's more delay. There's more echo. There's more flange. There's things starting to happen.
But like you
ear
said,
candy.
he gets thrown into like the rock thing. But there are moments of like like I don't know if I'd go as far to say like pop, but like I guess like
Don't say it.
like earlier like James Brownie like earlier, sort of funky stuff that is more. I guess for some people would consider digestible.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's all sprinkled along with all this crazy experimental reverse flange phaser fuzz.
Yeah.
Crazy
and it's
shit.
just a lot of like beautiful just ear candy that you can sit and like dissect for hours just seeing like
exactly
what effects are going where. And like I think one of the first uses of like panning as well, like just hard panning in a mix. And he's just using it to great effect. I think the best moment, I guess, is just obviously Boulder's Love when he takes that end of the track and just starts exploding in flange and color. It just like the mix really comes alive. And for something that was done on 8 to 16 tracks, like it's unbelievable.
I think Boulder's Love was probably my favorite track, especially I think, which is interesting because 15 Step was the first song in Brain Bears and it was my favorite, and Boulder's Love is the last song on this, and it's my favorite. I think by the time I got to the end of the album, I was like, I have no idea how he's going to close this out.
Yeah.
And then Boulder's Love comes on and I'm like, that was perfect.
No, exactly. It's just such a statement. And I think people, like, with lyrics like that, obviously Jimmy's vocal ability is not something of the era, like when you're singing with the likes of, like, Aretha Franklin and all these people making records at the same time. But I think just his vulnerability and his performance that he gave and the lyrics that he wrote as well just carry a certain, like, positivity about them.
Yeah, I don't think his
Peace and love.
Yeah, I don't think his vocals are anything to winter. I think I love.
Oh, of course, I love
the
it. But that's
vocals,
I think it's one of those instances where like the performance is so authentic and it's just shining through. It's
a great way to put
that
it.
It just doesn't have to be anything spectacular.
Technically perfect or
exactly,
anything,
but
yeah.
he's
It's
saying
all
what he
about
needs
passion
to say.
and attitude.
Yep.
And
He's just putting it out through that strat and that's absolutely
Good
making
vibes,
it sing.
man.
Absolutely. No, we can get so hippie with this, but it's true though. Like
the energy's just right.
yeah, no, of course, but like that's I think for me that's what carries like this album, I guess, and that's why I love it so much. And I was switching
Shit,
from.
man.
You got me tearing up in the things.
Oh, well, I mean, just trying to switch from like bass to guitar and like learning Lil Wing and thinking like, how the fuck am I gonna climb this monster
It's a big,
of a riff?
yeah.
know?
There is
I played it for my HSC. Who didn't?
there is so much to take from this album.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I played drums for somebody playing Little Wing
No.
on my HSC. I think I fully did.
That's what I mean. And then you start to
heard
break
that.
down like how Mitch Mitchell's drums
Yeah.
work and all that. And it's just like it all.
Yeah.
It's a bit ridiculous.
He made a joke about Jimi Hendrix dying.
Very dark.
Why can you play for your HSC if you're not even one in Australia? Two. Anyway, I'm not going to explain it.
Long deceased.
We need to wrap this up.
yeah.
Quick, last minute favorite song. If you had to pick one or two or three.
Ooh, I gotta say, Boulder's Love and probably Castles Made of Sand.
Yeah, I was going to say Castles, mate.
Yeah, Castles is good.
And then the Chili Peppers version of that's also fun.
Yeah.
Real quick, I know that you guys had. I mean, there's obviously 3 other members in your band, and you had plugs
Oh,
from
yes.
them. You
Thank
know,
you for reminding us.
honorary
Oh my
mention,
God.
honorary
Yeah,
mentions.
honorary mentions.
Let's list those off
Give
real
me
quick. before we
if
close
6 was
out.
9, by the way.
Oh,
Nice.
incredible track. Jake wants to plug Wastelands by Eskimo Joe.
Oh, wow. That's
Shit,
a bass plug.
nice, awesome.
Cooper, Born and Raised by John Mayer.
Oh, not as natural.
That, to be fair, please listen to that album.
I
'cause
mean, also phenomenal guitar player.
oh yeah, incredible. I think he quoted, he's like, however far you go in chasing Jimi Hendrix is how good of a guitarist you end up being or
Right.
something. I was in
The
the Rolling
parallels.
Stones
There you
thing, but and then Jacko wanted to do Sunrise Over Sea by John Butler Trio.
Oh, nice. Lots of Johns.
Yeah,
Lots of
quite a few
J's.
John and Jack. Well, Jack is a short version
John,
of
Jack, Jimmy, Jacko, Jake,
You're blowing my mind here.
And Isaac.
and Jizak. Yeah.
Jizak. And Juper.
Diego?
Diego.
And Josh.
Joss.
Who?
All right, that's it.
Hell yeah.
Jack Hawley is gonna.
Oh,
So many motherfuckers.
Jay.
Go.
Do we say the
Lick one.
triple?
I reckon Lick
Lick
one has
one?
been played for ages.
Yeah, breakdown.
Hey, guys.
Hey!
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. Good.
That's
Long time
good.
no see.
I'm quite good.
Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for wearing the same outfits. It really helps the continuity.
Yeah.
I haven't washed these in like 3 weeks.
It's been like 6 months. How you guys been?
Yeah, good, man.
How's the Gladi? Was it good?
Yeah, it's quite good. Yeah.
It's a shame about the King, hey?
Yeah.
Too soon, man.
Michael Jackson died ages ago.
But that new Elvis movie's out there.
Hey.
So last segment of 2023.
Wow.
2022.
Actually, congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Three
Yeah, well
epic
done,
seasons.
honestly.
Season
Yeah, it's been
3,
awesome.
2022.
Wow. Thanks for having us. It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure.
Yeah.
It's been a bloody blast.
Awesome.
We're going to give it one more segment, though, one more run. And we're going to bring back one dating back all the way to last week. We played it. We just love this game so goddamn much.
We didn't play much this season.
No, because we didn't have many duos to begin off.
No.
Like, we
it's
had
a,
like.
it's a duo-centric game.
Yeah, we had like
it
Slim
works
Jims,
well.
and then we didn't do it with Slim Jims. Oh, we're getting moved. Hello. And yeah, we didn't do it with Slim Jims, and then we just had a big like singles like
Yeah.
lineup, and then now we're getting back into it, we're making up for time.
So, here it is.
Are they saying hi to your mum? Are they difficult to get along with? It's personification.
Persong.
Vacation.
I
Yeah. La oo la oo.
La ooh la ooh.
Classic.
For all the people in the back, all right. Yeah, we're doing it again.
John Lennon once
Personification.
said, La ooh ooh
Here
la
come
ooh.
that boy.
Who's that boy?
Personification is a game. It's like subjective guess who, but with a song. So we have a playlist of 10 songs. We have a song. You have a song. We don't know each other's songs. We are going to try guess each other's songs based on 3 questions both teams will ask.
Yep, and they have to be related to how we would perceive the song's personality. So if the song existed as a human, what would they be getting up to in their everyday life?
That's correct.
Would they be saying hi to your mum? Or would they be ignoring them?
Yeah.
Are they difficult to get along with? Are they easy to get along
Could you sail with them on a boat?
with? Yeah, could
yeah,
you?
could you?
Save that one for the questions because that might be good.
Wow.
Wow, Isaac's been thinking over there.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
My brain is throbbing. For the
Without further ado, let me give everybody the list of songs in which we have, the pool of songs, I should say, that we'll be grabbing from randomly. And I'm trying to guess from each other. So we both already have a song picked.
We do.
Yeah.
There's a camera over
Hey,
there.
Mum.
Camera over there.
So let's start off. All Right by Supergrass. We have learnt that not many people know this song based off the name.
How's it go
It's,
again?
We are young. We are free.
We are alright.
Yeah, you know.
Channel V hits like
Yes.
Yeah,
early.
big one.
Big time.
We got Skinny Love by Bon Iver. Come on, Skinny Love.
Oh, pop off.
See you, baby.
Everyone knows that one. Lost by Franco. Lost
What a banger.
in the heat of it all. I'm gonna keep doing it. All right, we got Break On Through to the Other Side, but up. Break on through to the other side.
Let's go.
We got one by Metallica. Darkness is just an me. All that I see.
Yeah.
So one by Metallica. We got This Heart Attack by Vega. This Heart Attack.
Coming.
We got Scar by Missy Higgins. Doesn't that seem familiar? Doesn't that seem so close to home? Doesn't that make you shiver? Everyone together now. We got The Tide Is High by
You ready?
Blondie. 1, 2, 3. But the tide is high, but I'm going on. You're gonna be our number one. Damn, the
Nice,
harmony
that was
on
good.
Wow, look at
Blondie
that.
did it first.
We got Royals by Lord. Never been diamond in the light. Can never be right. She does have a really I like that, which is the funniest part. And then we got Straight Lines by Silverchair. Walking in a straight line. Yeah, everyone knows them now. so-
Probably one of Daniel John's best vocal
Oh,
performances.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Killed that.
Pretty bloody
And
incredible.
we are sober.
Somehow we did that sober.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wowee.
We each have a song from this list, which we'll be disclosing at the end via the guesses that will be made.
Although there'll probably be something in post right about here that tells the listeners what songs we each have.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
right about,
sometimes
like-
it's fun not to.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to let them play along.
We'll see. We'll see what we feel like doing.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what I can be bothered putting in the editing
overdub.
phase.
I think I'll be doing
A little
this
bit of
edit, so-
dramatic irony.
We'll see
never
what
hurt
we'll
no one.
see. Yeah. Shall we crack into it?
Yeah, let's crack into it.
You guys know how the game works?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
should we
You figured it out?
Yeah.
Scissors, paper, rock. Scissors, paper, rock to see who goes
Scissors,
first.
fake as slock. Yeah, let's do it.
Going.
Scissors, paper, rock.
Ooh, well done. Good redemption. You
I
lost
don't
last
feel
time.
good about that one. I don't feel good about that.
So what does that mean? We go first?
You get to
you
pick
ask,
whether
you
you
ask
guys-
us a question
Cheaper,
first.
my friend.
Would you like to go first, or would you like us to go first?
I would like
You to go first.
That's a good choice.
That's pretty good.
Well chosen.
Nice.
I honestly think I would have picked us to go first if we won that. So
Everybody
Everybody
wins.
wins.
everybody's a winner, baby.
That's all right.
That is no lie.
Okay. You had a good one.
Oh yes. So my one I've got written on my phone, but I'm just going to try and remember it off the dome. Whoa, that rhymed. Home.
Bars.
Bars. So what's going on over
I
there?
don't know.
Let's look for that.
Oh, it's in my pocket. man. Do you not remember?
No, I was just. It got me scared for a second.
You
You
talking
psyched me out. This mind games here.
Wow, magic.
that's awesome.
Anyway, so the question is effectively, so your song, right? Don't say what it is, but your song has a day off.
Oh, yeah.
It's summer.
Stoked.
It's Australia. It's New South Wales. It's 40 degrees, right? It's at home. It's at home.
It's pouring right now.
It's 40 degrees. It's bloody hot outside, and your song has the day off. Home Alone just gets to chill out. Do they chill out in A, t-shirt and pants,
I feel like that.
or shorts rather?
Yeah, implies like maybe some
the other
boardies.
option?
Maybe they're outside just enjoying the nice.
You know, like
summer sun.
the way I say it is, I like to wear like sporty like shorts to like bed and stuff like that because you know
Footy shorts.
I don't play sports. So
Classic.
yeah, classic. So you know, footy shorts and a t-shirt. No shirts, no pants, just underwear.
Yeah, those the weird name that you just see like barbecue and just in their undies.
The naked neighbor.
They're a bit.
Wow,
They're a bit
Everyone's
kooky, you know?
dad.
The naked
Yeah,
neighbor.
everyone's
yeah.
dad. Yeah.
Me now. Or option 3, which is a bit of a weird one, but just in case, you know, you got to ask. Aircon blasting, trackies, and like a warm jumper of some kind.
That's me.
That's Josh. That is
Definitely the
Josh.
first one.
Oh wow.
I reckon the weird dad.
Weird dad, naked neighbor.
Similar vibes, but it
Yeah,
just
similar
depends on
vibes.
depends on the weirdness, you know.
That's what I'm thinking. But do we? Oh,
It's
I think
not,
it's the
wouldn't-
first one.
I
You
wouldn't
said
say
the
it's
first
weirdness. I'd say it's the the
Starts off in a
comfort.
t-shirt and shorts,
Start-
and as the
Ah,
day goes
and then
on and
the
gets a
second
few beers deep.
And then it's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm taking this off.
Do they enjoy the pool? That's what I need to know.
How many questions you got?
He's on to us. He's on to us.
Okay, so we're going with like, you know, footy shorts, t-shirt, just enjoying the bloody weather, you know, like what a
Fucking
day
nice.
for it, mate, day for it.
Day for it.
Oh, that's fun. I like
Okay,
that.
I like that. Okay,
cool,
that's
sure.
good to know. That's good to know.
All right.
Thank you for this bountiful answer.
I'm gonna write down an answer just so we don't forget.
Yep, nice, good idea.
All right.
I recommend you all do the same with our answers.
Yeah, because we tend to forget.
Yeah, true.
So your question.
Have you thought of one, Isaac?
I mean, I've been thinking we're gonna break it down by song, no?
Yeah. But do you have a question just straight off the dome?
Okay. Do they wear docks?
Whoa.
Oh, I like a good shoe.
Shoe question's good. Always
Do
good.
they wear Vans?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
fat Vans.
Like
fat.
the checkerboard.
Yeah. Old school.
Like old
yeah.
school
Yeah.
skater special.
Yeah.
Or are they wearing slides? Like
Slides?
Birkenstocks.
Yeah. Okay.
Brown ones specifically.
Brown.
It is specifically brown colorway.
What does immediately come into your head? I think of those three options that you're giving us, I'm leaning towards docks.
It's pretty tough.
It is a bit tough.
If we're talking like Birkenstocks, it's almost like between docks and Birkenstocks, which are like they're like
Birkendocks.
yeah, they're like on the opposite sides of the spectrum in terms of coverage,
Dr.
but it's like
Stocks.
they're all like they're kind of similar in a weird way. What are you thinking?
Like, I'm
Playing
thinking,
the song in my
I'm
head.
thinking more docks, just because I feel like this song is like hitting the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got a
It needs stability
yeah,
downstairs.
it's
you know?
got it's yeah. It's going for a walk.
It's going for a walk. It's going for a wander.
Loves a
Loves a
walk.
walk. So, and I think they like to look good when they're doing it. You know,
Yeah, so docks. Comfort.
Dr. Martens.
A walk, you say? A walk.
Yeah.
Maybe like they're like worn in, but you know.
Yeah. You
Like
know,
a walk around the block, or they're just going from point A to point B.
down the street, wherever.
like
you
in,
know.
in a straight line.
They just look
Yeah, just in a straight.
They just look strut.
They walking.
How many questions you got there, man?
There it is.
It's rhetorical, purely rhetorical.
Hypotheticals, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hit us up.
Question 2 for us.
You had one.
Yeah, I did have a good one. I like this. So let's say maybe it's a Thursday evening. Seems like a good evening that
Thursday.
people would usually.
That's what it's
Actually, no, let's go like Monday evening because that's usually no one's usually doing anything on Monday.
Except
evening.
Isaac Freeman.
Yeah, he gets up to watch the sunset. That's for sure.
Wholesome.
Plug. So yeah, Monday evening, you got home from a long day of work and feel like binging some TV. You know.
Oh.
That's your song, of course. Like I'm in the song shoes. That's
songs.
fine.
Some telly.
And I'm like, what would this song want to put on the TV? Like, what are they feeling? Something maybe like, give me like
Friends.
Friends is what I was thinking. Yeah, give me like Friends. B, give me like maybe like The Wire or like Breaking Bad, kind of like the drama show, you know?
Yep. Gotcha.
Or give me like C, like Game of Thrones, like high fantasy, like lots of blood and gore and sword fighting and dragons, magic.
Is that it? Is that all the options?
Those are the
That's
options.
Surely it's Friends. Yeah, fucking oath, it's Friends.
Nice.
They're watching Friends.
Okay.
That's fun. I'm glad that you
That's
guys
good.
had the exact same thing to say because
That's always good. That's always a good sign of like the
Yeah.
strength of the answer. So.
Yeah, this song's got that kind of personality.
that's
No one
cool.
told you life was going to be this way.
Seinfeld was always better.
Yeah. Oh,
Always.
that's what we like to
Bro,
hear.
you're
on
gonna
the
get us
pod.
cancelled.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, that's our question
That's
two.
our question.
Let's try and think of question 3 quickly.
Far out.
Okay,
now
well,
we
you guys
now
ask.
we gotta ask a question. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, we've done. I think we've done the first 3. Now we go down to the.
Oh shit! I see how yours. Is that how you did your
You can also
We're breaking it down.
you can also
This
break it
man-
down after you ask all the questions and then figure.
I was bunching these songs up into
like genre.
genre
The way you-
and then
yeah,
ask
okay. The way you ask is
we'll go with
totally
that
up to
method.
you.
We'll go with that method.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow your suit now that I kind of have to. All right.
let's. I like the vibe that you were throwing down before,
Sure.
Diego, about a hot day. Setting the scene. Let me set the scene. Anyway, pretty much one of those days,
Nice,
right?
yep.
And your song's like, I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven.
Oh, I love this.
Ooh.
All right.
Gun Servo.
Yeah.
Servo.
Now,
Why don't you-
does your song, like, even though it's 40 degrees,
Yeah.
just go and chaotically get like a meat pie, and
that
then
is chaotic.
chaotically go get a half slushy, like
wow.
half raspberry, half
Half
Coke.
raspberry, half Coke. Yeah.
Is that a separate option from the meat pie? Or is that like together as one?
What do you want it to be?
I think if it's like, let's say it had
I
like
feel like
a,
they're separate.
Let's, say,
Okay, they're
let's say it
separate.
had like a $3 budget. So it can
$3
only get-
budget.
yeah,
And what does
can
it
only
get? Does it get meat pie, or does it get a half slushy, or go for it?
2-for-1 like dare ice coffees.
Oh wow, that's 3 good options.
Because it needs the caffeine. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's your song?
I mean,
doing?
instantly leaping towards slushy for me.
Yeah, I was going towards slushy, but I'm like, is it too easy? But like the fact that it's half slushy, like I don't know if that's because like that's the thing. I'm struggling with it because the half slushy would be my pick. So in my head, I'm like,
Yeah, you're like,
now
am
I
I
want a
this song?
half slushy. You know, that,
Yeah.
I don't think it's meat pie.
but like it almost could be, but no, but no.
I just don't think it is. I think Dare Ice Coffee could be like a contender in this ring.
I don't think it would do two Dare Ice coffees. That's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
don't think it's like hungry for the caffeine. You know, that's why I think they're just happy to have.
It just
like
needs a
slushy.
drink. really.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like it's the cheaper option too.
So true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
Half slushy raspberry
That's
Coke.
definitely narrowed it down.
Are you guys having fun? Do you like the game?
Absolutely.
No,
We've got
yes.
a Birkenstock on one foot and a Doc on the other with a half
slushy,
slushy.
yeah.
The song
Our
is very
songs-
indecisive. Yeah.
Our song's all the songs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Really want them to be.
Oh shit, we have to think of a question.
I'm thinking
Oh,
of getting
fuck.
really meta and asking like a podcast related question.
Yeah.
If your song were to go in a podcast,
Well, my thought is
What
just
album would
they
it be?
plug?
Jesus
we've been called out.
that would be
It's too much.
too
Ultra meta for the season finale. We're breaking down the
Let's do it,
fourth
bro.
wall.
I'm thinking like, what are the options? But like, if our song were to like listen to a podcast, that's what I'm thinking.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, are they listening to just like a podcast of just like pure bands? Like the Hamish and Andy podcast, like
Oh,
dynamic bands.
so
Donna,
good.
Andy
Inspired
Donna, Hamish and
Unemployed or
Andy.
some
Yeah.
Inspired Unemployed.
Just like, you know, pure bands. Are they listening to something like educational? Maybe something about like history, you know, like, you know, something like, just like,
Metaphysical Milkshake.
yeah, like, well, I think that's almost the third option. It's like, oh, maybe not. That's education.
I have one. I think I know one for the third option
Go on.
because it's its own little. There's a very particular category of podcast where it's two people from TV or a movie that are like really good friends in real life and they just have a podcast together.
I see what
right?
you're saying.
So I'm thinking Sit With Us, right? Dominella from what sort of show was it? Married at First Sight?
Or like
the Friendship
Friendship
Onion.
Onion.
Which
Yeah,
is,
yeah. It's just like kind of like a character podcast. Almost.
yeah, Always Sunny in Philadelphia have one.
There's
you know,
like the Ken Jeong and what's his name?
Sure.
From what's Jeff Winger's actor's name?
I've got no fucking
Joel
idea.
McHale.
John yeah,
They
so
did, like, their
there's a very
community podcast.
particular category where it's like two people from TV or whatever.
Best
that-
friend
Yeah,
podcast.
best friend podcast, but they're like already
Which
friends.
is like not usually like it's still bands involved.
Yeah.
Like there's still educational content. but it's a bit more
You sort of
diverse.
went like Hamish and Andy and another friends podcast. Like which one's the different?
See, I feel like Hamish and Andy's like just pure bands. Like
Yeah.
funny,
Pure bands.
Auntie
So
Don- Auntie Donna.
funny, or just like a conversation between friends,
Yeah.
or
Or-
something
educational.
educational. Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's-
those are the options.
those are the options. Yeah.
It's gotta
Surely
be
bands.
Goofy bands.
Yeah.
bands.
Goofy, banty, band
Goofy
bands.
band, goof
band.
band. If I was to plug a podcast, it'd be the Auntie Donna podcast.
Yeah,
So good.
I respect that. Plug Alexi. What's his last name?
He did.
Lopoulos.
Yeah.
Lopoulos.
He was recently on there.
It's a something to do with like it sounds like a Greek like
Mediterranean of some degree.
yeah like some sort of like city in Greece or something like that
some
from like ancient Greece.
Yeah, some last name. that
Cool
I'm-
fucking last name. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
some. I'm simply
With their
too
news.
stupid to pronounce it.
Which yeah, it was a recent episode.
Yeah.
I love their land party series.
Yeah, you came on one of our podcasts.
Not my. I was on.
Yeah, you went there. Sorry, my podcast. Sorry, I just wanted to say like Lockie Keane.
Keen.
I wish I did a podcast with Lockie Keane.
Lockie Pringle.
Lockie Pringle
Is that
and
a Bing?
myself. Cast Pod. go listen to Castpod. I'm plugging my other podcast that I'm on.
The first season of Castpod is out now.
It's out and
You should-
finished,
you should
and
dig
there's a good episode with Alexi on it.
Oh, right.
Pringle
No
and Triple
way.
J.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
Pringle's
Triple
also
J
Triple J
presenter.
Yeah.
Incredible.
All around great guy who
Yeah.
knows
Too many
lots of,
J's in
lots
this
of
episode.
famous people, so that's why.
Good bloke. Plug Lockie Pringle. More like Lockie Dingle.
Oh.
Whoa. That was great.
I think I've made that joke before.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway.
So we're goofy bands.
yeah, Goofy
Goofy
Bands
Bands.
podcast.
Girls who are just like, maybe.
Either way, it was funny both times. So, your last question, guys. Do you want to hit us with that?
Well, what the hell? What are we gonna do?
It's getting to that temperature where I
Well,
might take
look.
my shirt off.
Just take your shirt off. Do it.
Just send it.
All right, lead it.
You can deliberate.
We got it. Let's
if
go.
you wanna, yeah.
Or do we want to?
No, that's
You
good.
guys can deliberate what if the question you want to ask. That's okay.
Well, can I ask it and then you don't answer and then you
Yeah,
can
that's
say
fine.
it's a
That's
good
fine.
one?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very serious.
Move on.
If your song were having some sausages,
Oh boy.
Isaac's like, stop now.
Veto.
and or she or they,
He or she. She or they.
however your song identifies,
Whoever.
goes and gets some.
Sausages.
They've already got those.
Okay.
Please don't tell me you're going to say like varieties.
No, he's going to say
No,
sauce.
they're gonna get some sauce. And they get the sauce
Oh, wow.
out of the fridge
Oh, no.
or out of the pantry.
I love a good coin flip.
That's
And it's already opened. Is it in the fridge or is it in the pantry?
That's so tough.
First of all, if you open a sauce
Ow.
bottle, you put it in the fucking fridge.
I'm
okay?
Andy Soul Sister.
That is factual.
Well,
Fridge
it's so
gang.
cold, my hot sausage cools it down. Sorry.
Fridge gang for
Fridge
life.
gang. Do not listen to turn this podcast off if you put it in the pan.
Okay,
One
but
of
hear
those
me out.
pantry
Are you
heathens.
asking that question?
Yeah, sure. I mean, but
Oh. It's,
don't know how it's
it's a,
gonna
it's
get
a
as
great
close.
one. It really is.
It's a 50-50.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm instantly thinking cupboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
what a loser. I hate your song.
Damn.
But, you know, this song feels like they would do shit against the grain, you know what I mean?
This
And to me, like,
Yeah.
fridge in the
Got it.
in the in the fridge just feels like, obviously it feels like the right thing to do, the normal thing to do.
yeah, sure.
If you don't do that, you're a bit of a psychopath. No, joking. But I just feel like this song feels rebellious like that.
I think the way I perceive it is that the song, you know, is actually not that much of a psychopath. It's just a bit ignorant and lazy that it just
I like
hasn't
that
read
too.
the instructions on the back that say once open, put it in the
yeah,
fridge.
it's almost like they're above that, you know? They're beyond that.
they're just like, oh yeah, whatever, cupboard, everybody puts it
They're
in
like,
the
it's not important to them, you know?
Yeah,
And when to some people it is important. Like us.
cupboard. Like us. Yeah.
So yeah, that's our thing.
How good.
All right, should we pause the tapes and then have a deliberate between each other, go into our corners, and work
Yeah.
out what we think our thing is. We're back, guys. We've
Hi, back.
had our we've had our deliberations. We've had our huddles.
And that's the season, everybody. Thank you for joining.
I guess we guessed first because we asked
Went
first,
first,
right?
yeah?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
You guys,
so,
you guys
I
won
mean-
the coin toss. So.
Yeah, I'll get the little piece of paper so we won't say.
That's exciting.
Reveal.
We could just say no, right?
It's just not. It's
You're
not.
wrong. Anyway, see you guys.
All right.
I have multiple pieces of paper in my pocket at this point because a bunch fell out of his
Yeah,
hat.
I took my hat off at some point during the break and they all fell out, but they were all folded. Thank fuck. Otherwise, the game would be over. Ruined.
Okay, so you guys answered that this person is chilling out, footy shirts and a t-shirt, hanging out, chilling out on a nice hot summer day.
Almost too hot.
They're watching Friends because they like Friends. It's one of their favorite sitcoms.
Yeah, they is.
Nice
and
chill.
they're also
They
listening
do
to
them.
some Goofy Bands podcasts, maybe some Hamish and Andy, maybe some like, you know, Auntie Donna, yeah, something pretty funny.
Goofy
Okay.
Bands.
So we narrowed it down basically to three,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
We had All Right by Supergrass. We thought this one fit all of the above. We also had Scar by Missy Higgins.
Yeah.
This one was a bit more like, you know, we're a bit shaky on it. We're not entirely sure about the podcast for this one. We're like, maybe it's not entirely Goofy,
Goofy
Bands.
Bands
Maybe it's
podcast.
more like the Friends podcast. You know what I mean?
Friends. Or education.
Okay, it could be educational, you know.
Yeah.
And then we had The Tide is High by Blondie. Everyone together. The Tide. No, I'm joking. But see, with this one, we're thinking Tide is High. it's a bit silly. Like maybe this person's just in their undies in the backyard, you know.
Yeah, it's quite.
So I think we had to land on All Right by Supergrass just because we felt the most confident with all three of those categories when it came to that song. Isn't that right?
That's
Diego?
correct.
Diego was leaning a bit more on Scar as well, which I think by the end of it, it was really down to Scar or All Right by Supergrass. But eventually, we just thought All Right was the more consistent with the answers we received.
So just lay down. Is it one of those three?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
And is your answer the final answer?
is
yeah.
it the final answer?
Let's lock in All Right by Supergrass.
Well,
Well,
that's pretty awkward because you were close.
You were close.
In fact, you were really
you were,
close.
You were so close, in fact, that
You were right.
you were.
Congratulations, guys! You ended on a high note.
Whoa.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, we didn't get it last time. I was worried.
Yeah, we really dropped the ball last week, so we're feeling good about this comeback, you know?
Incredible.
So
we may as well do it for
Are you guys going to give us
finale.
$20 after the show?
Yeah, no worries. We'll
we told
we'll
you.
sort
Just under the table there.
All right, well, we're feeling good. Let's see if you guys can tie the score over here.
All right, Isaac.
This has only happened
Okay.
once before where both teams have got it right, might I say.
Well, it is a finale.
It is the finale, and
All right.
boys, the
I want
pressure
you
on
guys
is
to get
switching.
it.
Yeah,
I want
so do
you-
I.
I want you guys.
We want to get it, to be
of
honest.
course we wanna
Like, we
get
don't
it.
want to not get it.
If you guys
Um,
could see this, you would know what the song was.
God, I hope
Well,
you get it.
So,
I was hoping the light could just.
Just catch it.
so our song's character was wearing, in my mind, was wearing a Doc Marten
Birkenstocks.
on one foot and a Birkenstock on the other.
That's honestly
Was
Dr. Stocks.
Was carrying a half Coke, half raspberry jumbo slushy from 7-Eleven.
Huge.
And puts their tomato sauce in the pantry.
Pantry, yes.
Absolute chaotic mess. And with that, we narrowed it down to 2 songs.
We had to go to.
Do you want to say what the 2 were, Isaac?
Well, this heart attack, I mean, as I said, screams pantry energy.
Like
Just
Pantry sauce.
fridge. I don't want to put it in there.
Don't want to put it in the fridge.
half Coke, half Pepsi.
Yeah.
Or Straight Lines by Silverchair.
Straight lines by Silverchair.
Yeah, that was our other option.
Looking at the reactions, I think point A to point B, where do they walk?
Yeah, because you're like, this song likes to walk. And like literally the chorus is, walking in a straight line.
True.
So between the two,
Yeah, okay, do we have it between those 2?
Do we have it?
between the two, which one would you pick?
Oh, what?
Well, do we have... No.
No. It's a 50-50, so let's just go with it. We were leaning towards this heart attack by
Gotta
Faker.
get away, not coming.
Let us know. Did we get it?
No.
Were we close?
Were we close?
It wasn't either of those options, to be honest.
Did you have a third option that you
Could have maybe be like if there's
Wild
anything
card.
you could guess. Wild card.
wild card?
I mean, whereas Birkenstocks, maybe Scar, Missy Higgins.
Break on through. Fucking what was it?
We had
No.
Royals by Lord.
Oh my goodness. We've been taken for a ride here.
All right. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah, we had
season 3.
we had Royals by Lord. Yeah, where was your head at with this one? We thought for sure.
At what point did you say, okay, no, it's not Royals?
Yeah, what threw you off the Royals trail?
We just never considered it because it was like all the answers were so casual.
This was what happened to us last week as well.
We thought like you guys were like giving us this like, yeah, they're wearing the docks, they're they're a bit.
And that's what I was trying to hint at with the last question. They're going against the grain, we'll never be Royals. We'll never be like,
I didn't pick up on that much.
Yeah, neither,
I didn't.
obviously.
we'll never be like, falling into like that rich lifestyle, We'll never be privileged like that,
Well, we look like a bunch of
No.
No.
We were in your shoes last week. Don't
That's
you worry.
okay, that's fine.
It
There's
happens.
got to be a winner and got to be a loser.
Sometimes you see a song and you go, nah, when it is that song.
And now you have the gift of whenever you're bored at a party, you can meticulously take 15 minutes to explain this game to another pair of people.
Every party
And
is
then play it.
ruined
Yeah,
now because
and
I'm just going to be sitting there thinking, how can I win this?
I'm sorry, guys.
That's
It's a
okay.
But
shame.
yeah, the slushy, we thought for sure over the 2 other options.
Yeah, no, that's true.
The shoes, like
And I guess it would be
Birkenstocks.
quite royal to put your sauce in the fridge.
Yeah.
It would.
even though most common people do it.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a crazy question.
It was.
It was
Look,
a good-
honestly,
it was a
I
great
just wanted to
question.
ask it because
I did love it because you wanted to get that, you know.
No, that's good. That's a differentiator, you know. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah. That's
separates.
well, music is saucy.
Damn.
Music
It
is
is.
saucy. It's subjective, and that's why you didn't get that one.
That's right.
Unfortunately.
We'll learn.
Maybe next
And
time.
we'll come away. We'll train hard. All credit to the boys. Put in maximum effort. 1%ers.
Thank you so much to the Blue
No,
Tongues
thank you.
for joining us for the
Thank
season
you.
finale
Thank
of
you very
season
much.
3.
We are honoured.
It's honestly such a privilege. Thank you.
Nah.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
It's been fun. Where can we find Blue Tongues on social media and stuff like that?
Yeah,
on
social
Spotify.
media. Yeah, we're not on Spotify yet.
Oh yeah, no, true.
We're
No songs yet. Coming
We
out
will
soon,
be.
but-
So please stay tuned. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Be real.
Yeah.
Be
We
real,
thought,
be
we
real,
thought
man.
we were like the first band to do B Real. It was like, yes, this
But
is
Elton
a
John beat us. Nah, I
landmark.
don't know.
I know.
Probably
What does he
does.
take photos of? Ooh.
Be real,
take
still, it
photos.
still doesn't pop for today.
No, it still
Really?
has not.
It's gonna.
I've been waiting.
Pop off at a random time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
shame.
we're on those socials. And
So come find us. And
Find us playing
2nd of
around.
December, we'll be at Lord Gladstone.
Yeah,
That's
go to
it.
that, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then more to come.
And the way we like to end the show, we like to leave it to the guests to leave everybody on a wise word of wisdom, if you will. So just any remark, statement, thing you want to say that you think that people should just hear and know.
You can go one each. You can go one together.
And then we pull our headphones off and we dance.
I'm going to press
the
play
corner.
on the outro song, and then
Oh,
we will all
God,
dance in the
yes.
corners in front of our respective cameras.
Sounds great.
Yep.
So yeah, think of something wise to say.
Some wise words of wisdom from the Blue Tongues.
Well, just the first thing that pops to my head is, if it scares you, do it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
That's nice.
Anything from Isaac?
You can pick up a blue tongue. They're rarely aggressive, and if you see any ticks on them, just remove them because it'll be more
It's
comfortable.
true. They're actually an Australian icon. Yeah.
They are.
God damn, that's beautiful. See you later, season 3. Thank you to everybody for listening to the season finale of season 3 of the Plug Podcast in 2022. I nailed it that time. We had the Blue Tongues on for our very last episode, and it was a blast. We love talking about the pre-production for their new single that's coming out in the history of the band, and talking about In Rainbows, and talking about Axis Bold of Love. Such a good episode. Thanks to them for coming on and celebrating the Plug season 3 for what it's been. It's been great. Shout out to ProPodcast Productions for letting us use their awesome space to record the podcast. We've used it all for like the last 6 months, and we've loved every minute of it. It's really kind of them for us to let us use it. Go follow them on Instagram at ProPodcast Production. Follow us on Instagram at itstheplug._. On TikTok at Plug Talk with a 0 and an underscore, and then we're on YouTube if you're not already watching this. We're on Patreon as well. We've got a lot of shit going on, guys. It's all happening. Facebook group, Facebook page. And yeah, we will be back in the new year. I'm gonna let this music like finish. It's about to finish right now. Now I'm gonna speak a bit more. I know I don't usually do this. No music, but I just want to say thank you to everybody for supporting the Plug. For what it's worth, we try really hard to give people an opportunity to come on and talk all about themselves and their music and their passions and their loves. And it's just we're gracious to have the platform to be able to do so, and we're glad that people are really liking it and supporting it. We will be back in the new year pretty early as well. So but like for now, I know personally myself and Diego's worked hard as well. We're gonna have a bit of a break, you know. We're gonna go to bed probably for about the next 2 months. So just want to tag on the end here to say thank you, but like, you know, in a more deep and meaningful way, because, you know, it means a lot to us always. And yeah, the new exciting things happening next year. We're going to change things up a little bit, change the release schedule up a bit, but there'll still be roughly the same amount of episodes, I'm pretty sure, as there was this year. So, you know, look forward to that, guys. Anyway, appreciate everything you do. That will be all for this year. Joss out.